Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I want to talk about the summon events which have just dropped in game. Do I think it's worth it or not? And also I want to talk about the summoning event which we are due this weekend, which generally is like the busiest summoning event in the game. And it rolls on a 6-week cycle. And we see this both on like traffic going to hellhades.com. I see it on my streams when we're doing like viewer shard pools. It's generally the big one. And it's the one that I'm really hopeful for on the free-to-play. Let's get into it. Okay, you probably would have seen the news drop if you're already in game. But if not, we've got a glowing purple portal today. And that's going to change to a golden portal tomorrow. So we've got this summon party. Generally now, we're seeing this pretty much every clan v clan. They're dropping another 10 times in the mix. Yeah, and it's a tempter for a lot of people. It's kind of like, you know what? We get a lot of points for pulling champions during clan v clan. Is it going to take me over the edge in terms of, you know, pushing either clan rewards or personal rewards? There's no personal rewards in this one, so that's kind of off the table. It just comes down to whether you're the sort of dude that either like really wants these champions or just pull shards whenever there's something going on. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So for today only, there is a glowing portal for Rio Bone Spear. We'll go through her kit in a second. And then from tomorrow, so 24 hours from now, we're going to see a different glowing portal, and I'll get onto that champion in a second. So Rio Bone Spear. So yeah, one of the Shadowkin Void legendary champions. Honestly, I underrated Rio Bone Spear pretty heavily when she first came out, and since we've seen her in more and more content, my opinion has just changed. So we've got an A1 attacks an enemy, places continuous heal. Also places a smaller continuous heal on all allies with 30% or less for one turn. It's kind of cool. It's pretty rare that you get a full team continuous heal on an AoE basis. This is quite a nice heal mechanic, but either way, someone gets the juicy one. We've got an A2, basically places all of the debuffs. It's like that. Which debuff do you want? I've got them all. So she places a stun for an enemy for one turn, as well as the burn, as well as, yeah, blah, blah, blah. She puts them all out there. So it's literally like, I've got the package. I'm going to deliver it. Everyone, this one individual is going to be absolutely locked down, ready to kill. And that's on a 3-turn if you book it out. This is probably the best part of her kit, though. So she's got a full team cleanse, then a block debuffs for 2 turns. Also a massive heal, 35% of their max HP, and a further 5% for each debuff removed from them. So it can actually be a monster heal. It could probably be one of the biggest heals in the game. It's an extra 20%, or it says 20%. It's like 3.5 plus 3.5. So it's basically like an extra 7 odd percent, 7.5 probably. So yeah, but still juicy old heal, this one. Massive heal, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown if you book it out. So this generally is just like a nutty cleanse, and it works in a lot of content. There's pretty much any new content that comes out, there's tons of debuffs in the mix. You know, cleansers have become top priority for teams for late game content. They're really, really high value. She's also pretty high value in end game arena. And one of the reasons for that is this passive here. So when receiving any debuffs, this is her, instantly transfers them from this champion to the attacker. So against someone like a Hedgie, she's just locking out Hedgie instead of Hedgie locking out her. Against a Kaimar, she's sleeping Kaimar instead of Kaimar sleeping her. It's just pretty solid. And because she won't be asleep or won't be locked out, she can still do her A3 and clean it all off of everyone else. It's actually a really cool, double whammy. She's sending back the nasties to the enemy, and she's cleansing and healing everyone that's taken a nasty on your team. So it tends to be an absolutely awesome mechanic. She's got this aura, which I just don't feel like it fits her kit at all, but she's got it. Increases ally attack in faction crypts by 42%. I mean, it's massive. It's a massive number. I feel like everything she does is kind of like, I'm protecting my team, and then she's got an attack-based aura, which I just think is just kind of weird. But Rio Bone Spear actually is a freaking boss. Yeah, I would love... And also, by the way, let's not skim over how freaking awesome she looks. Like, this is a cool skin. This is one of the cool ones, yeah? Of the Shadowkin faction, probably my favorite skin in that faction. So good. So yeah, Rio Bone Spear is going to be just for today. And then tomorrow, now this one is, we talk about cool skins actually. This is probably my, oh, it's a top 3 skin for me in the game, that's for sure. Like visually, awesome. Let me just check the details. I'm not sure if it's Ancients and Sacreds. I think it's just Ancients. Sorry, just Sacreds. Let me check. So from tomorrow, we're giving you a 10 times chance of summoning Glycea Soul Guide from Sacred and Ancients. Okay, it's both. It's both shards. And yeah, I mean, I'd say this champion, she kind of came to do a job. Yeah, you've got Warlord owning the arena meta, or was owning the arena meta. He's kind of taken a bit of a back step from arena defense, and he's actually pushed himself into the arena offense now. He's kind of flipped around because of stone skin items, basically. But yeah, Warlord was owning the arena meta. Glycea has come out and basically has got the best chance to deal with Warlord, but it's not 100%. It's RNG. They love a 50%er in this game. So this champion's skills cannot be put on cooldown. That's cool. Whenever an enemy tries to put either this champion's skill or an ally's on cooldown, can freeze them. Also, 50% chance of denying the cooldown increase effect. So that 50-50. They love a 50-50 in the game now. It's like, what percentage should we give it? 50? Yeah, 50. Like every single decision is a 50-50. The freeze debuff cannot be blocked or resisted, so she needs no accuracy for that, and it goes on. Also, block debuffs won't stop it. Will not deny cooldown increasing effects from bosses. So, although her skills can't be put on cooldown from the Elemental Dragon, everyone else's still can. But it's still a really cool passive. And now that we've got Yumiko in the mix as well as Warlord, kind of 2 champions that are doing this same put skills on cooldown type ability, she might see a bit more value. But I still think because it's a 50-50, no one who's playing arena offense wants a 50-50. What I would say, though, is because Warlord's coming into offense instead of defense now, you don't mind really a 50-50 in your defense. Yeah, a 50-50 in your defense is like, you know what, 50% chance to completely piss you off. That's not bad. So we might see that she starts to get some arena defense play. We'll see. So she's got an A1 freeze, also a debuff spread effect from a random debuff, spreading it to any enemies that are under freeze. You probably need someone else with freeze in the team, honestly. She does do some freeze stuff, but you might need someone else. Attacks all enemies, 25% weaken. Also steals a random buff from anyone under freeze. Yeah, see this kind of freeze synergy again. And then she's got the AoE or full team block debuffs for 2 turns. That's a great skill. It's on a 4 turn. So if that was just a skill, you'd want to see it on a 3 turn, but it's on a 4. Also a 60, boosts to 80% chance of placing a freeze for 1 turn. Fills his champion's turn meter by 15% for each freeze. So all in all, she's got AoE freeze, AoE weaken, bit of a debuff spread potential, a really cool passive. She's a great champion. She looks badass. She looks freaking awesome. Like, as I say, one of my top skins in the game as well. Probably up, I mean, she's up there top 2 or top 3 skin for me in the game. She looks absolutely freaking awesome. So yeah, so Glycea is going to be the champion available tomorrow. I'm probably going to go for Glycea just because I absolutely want this champion. Just because I think she looks so amazing. So look, they're the 2 that are up for grabs. But be aware, this weekend, this is what I was saying earlier, this weekend, we are going to have, as long as it all falls in line, which it should do, there is going to be a 2 times chance to get legendary champions from Ancients. So these 10 times summon events, you know, they're really, there's so many champions in the game now that they don't hold a lot of value. They don't hold what they used to. 224 plus 160 plus 200. You know, we've got like, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 champions, whatever. Of those, there's about 120 odd legendaries, I think, something along those lines. You know, a 10 times event isn't what it used to be. And Raid really should change it. And we've mentioned it to them a load of times. And they just, I guess it's hard to change a number. I'm not sure. But anyway, we've mentioned it and it's not changing. They don't want to change it right now. So it comes back to, should you pull during a 10 times event or should you wait for the big 2 times? Now, the 2 times ancient event, I think is the best community event to get new champions. If you're not fussed about getting a specific champion, and I'm a bit in that camp, I kind of need the specifics, albeit with the dupe system, you kind of, dupes aren't as bad as they used to be kind of thing. But yeah, if you want a specific, the 10 times are still kind of better. If you want just to boost to your roster, like my free-to-play account, then these 2 times events are still where it's at. It's still where it's at. Certainly for a newer player or a mid-game player, that's 100% where you should be pulling shards. And my free-to-play, I might have like 5, 6, 7 ancients, whatever. That will be when I want to go for, hopefully grab a new epic or 2, hopefully grab maybe my first gold. Who knows? But that's definitely the time where you should be trying to save shards for. So look, up to you guys. Shard events coming out of our ears as ever. Good luck if you are going to pull shards. I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.